Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with Cruise Tips TV. Last time we checked in back in October, we had some major life changes, and it is time for another check-in. It is time for a cruise announcement, and we're also today going to answer some of your questions, some cruise related questions, some more personal related questions, and kind of catch up with you all in general. So I hope everyone is doing awesome. First, I will tell you that cruise announcement is coming in the first half of the video. I promise not to make you guys wait until the very, very end. And I'm gonna say right now, my dress is a clue. You think you might know what it is based on my dress? If you do, type a comment in with your best guess, and then we'll see if you're right a little bit later on. So what have we been up to lately? Well, things have changed around the Cruise Tips TV household. We have been posting our podcast, recording our podcast 2 times a week, so you can tune into Cruise Tips TV Unplugged now on Wednesdays and Fridays. Yay! We've loved that. Mr. Cruise Tips TV and I have a lot of fun recording those, and we've been getting really positive feedback from you all as well, that you love the extra content, the extra information, and that it's been really helpful, and that we're keeping you company, whether it is on your walk with your dog or you're commuting to work, whatever it may be, you're enjoying that. We've also been doing a lot more on our website. You may have seen that more articles have been coming out lately. Some of my favorite articles that we've produced lately have been the top 15 Miami pre-cruise hotels. Just go to our website and type in Miami, you'll find it. And another one that I love that was a collaboration with our community was a plus size fashion article, all Amazon fashion, all types of different outfits from swimwear to resort wear, to very casual day clothes, to dressy clothes, to formal clothes, to accessories. We had a blast with that. So big thanks to our Facebook community for helping us out with that article. It was a lot of fun. So we've been doing a lot more on the website. And I'm also now on LTK. You guys are probably like, what the heck is LTK? That's what my husband said too. He's like, I don't know what that is. It's actually an app where people can shop for fashion stuff. So I'll link to it down below. And if you're on LTK, give me a follow. If not, keep following us over on Amazon. That's where all the good stuff is at. We've also been doing live streams every single Tuesday night since December. It's been so much fun. We answer new cruiser questions, seasoned cruiser questions, all of the different questions, and we have a blast doing it. So come catch us Tuesday nights, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain, 4:30 Pacific, every single Tuesday night. Even when we're traveling, we try to make it happen. Can't make any promises if internet is not so great, but we always try. Okay, are you guys ready for the big cruise reveal? Now the truth is, I'm a little unsure if this cruise is even gonna happen. Because just today, we found out that another one of her voyages has been delayed and she's still in the shipyard. Have you figured it out yet? That's right. I'm going on Sun Princess this spring, and I'm very, very excited. I'm going on a media trip. I get to check out some beautiful Mediterranean ports, and I'm very excited for this cruise. We haven't been on a cruise since November. We have been so busy here at Cruise Tips TV, working and editing and recording podcasts and videos and doing Amazon Live, that we haven't been on a cruise. So it is time. I'm very excited, and I want to hear from you. What are you most curious about with regard to Sun Princess? What do you want to see? What do you want to know? Now, this isn't going to be a vlog series for me. I can't do that without the help of my whole crew, and the whole crew isn't necessarily going to be attending this cruise. So we're going to have to keep it simple, but I'd love to make it kind of a research mission for you. What do you want to know? What do you want to see? I'll do my best. I probably won't be able to get into individual staterooms or anything like that because it's an actual revenue cruise. There will be passengers on it, even though it's some media. So if you want to see staterooms, that I probably can't help you with, except I'll show you my balcony stateroom. So I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous because, you guys, I haven't been to Europe since I think 2018. It's been something like 5 or 6 years because of the pandemic. We actually were planning to go to Europe and check out Enchanted Princess before the pandemic, but then the world shut down. So what do I need to know about cruising to Europe and the Mediterranean these days and about the springtime? What should I be aware of? What should I pack for Mediterranean? Think spring weather, right? Places like Kusadasi, Santorini, and Italy. What should I pack? What should I do? And what are your questions about Sun Princess? Get those questions down below so that I can start accumulating them before I get on the ship. Now we're going to answer your questions. I went over to our Instagram community and said, hey, what questions do you have for me? We're doing a channel update, life update, Q&A. Anything you want to throw at me, throw it at me. So we're doing kind of a combination of cruise-related questions, semi-personal questions, and stuff like that. The first question was, what is the best cruise for kids 7 and up? That's a tough one because I really think just about any cruise line, any mass market line can be really great for kids 7 and up. My son, when he was littler, he really loved Princess because there weren't a gazillion kids and he liked the Princess Kids Club. But now he's 15 and he's a little bit more into like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, those ships that have all the bells and whistles. So if your kid is into more like, you know, the flow riders, the water slides, the roller coasters, all of that, you might want to consider Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, go-karts, folks. Make sure you pick a ship with the go-karts, or Carnival. Those are great for kids. The next question is, what status have I reached with the cruise line? Like, what's my highest status? And do I status match? So what that means is, which cruise line have I developed some status on? So I'm platinum with Princess and Carnival. I've never status matched on anything. One of the ways you can status match a cruise is by like going on MSC cruises. They will status match your loyalty. So I've never cross status matched like on Celebrity Royal Caribbean or like Las Vegas to MSC or anything like that. But someday, hopefully I will be able to. Next question is, what kind of cruise room do we usually book? We usually book a balcony. That's kind of our standard fare. If we're on Princess, we try to spend a few $100 more and go for a mini suite. If it's a few $1,000 more, we usually don't do it. But if it's a couple hundred, I love mini suites on Princess. Another thing that's really great about cruising with Holland America that I've learned this year is that they have bathtubs in their balconies. So for me, like if I'm going to be cruising on Holland America, I might just go with a balcony because I can get that bathtub, which I really love, and is one reason why I normally book a mini suite on Princess. All right, next question was, is there anything new we want to do work-wise? Videos, merch, etc.? I cannot tell you how many ideas we have in our head for new content. My husband and I literally stay up late at night thinking, we lie awake at night thinking, we're always trying to brainstorm new ideas, new concepts. We want to try new cruise lines. We want to go into new destinations. We want to do new types of content. So yes, there's a million of those types of things we want to do. I'm not going to share a whole lot of that stuff right now because I want to bring it to fruition and share it with you then. I feel like if I give you all of my ideas right now and they don't happen, I don't want anybody to be disappointed. I like that question. I thought that was kind of cool. Got me thinking. What is my favorite Princess ship? I got to tell you, I have a little soft spot for Diamond Princess in Japan. Go watch our vlogs. You'll see why. It's the staff, it's the crew, it's the age of the ship. I really like older Princess ships. They have covered pools and they also have open sun pools, which is really nice if the weather is not so great. You can go in a covered pool. They have really big hot tubs. It's just a very classic cruise experience, but at the same time with a Japanese flair. So that is my favorite Princess ship. Will we do longer cruises now? So I think that question is tied into the fact that now that we're full-time content creators and I'm no longer in my corporate job, I left my corporate job back in October after 26 years. Now do we have more time? The answer is yes, but nothing crazy. Because one thing we've learned, we went on a 12-night cruise, we went on Regal Princess. It's really hard to get work done on a cruise. So if you're on a long cruise for like an extended period of time and you have 3 people in a stateroom with 3 laptops, Junior trying to do school, me trying to work, husband trying to work, it's actually very difficult to be productive. We need our space, we need our home. We need to be able to come back and get productive here. With that said, yeah, we're more freed up to do longer cruises. We'll consider them and we will probably do more longer cruises than we ever have before. But I don't think you guys are going to be seeing me on like a world cruise or anything like that anytime soon. So just to give you some perspective. Have we fully adjusted to Texas and what surprises us about living in Texas? I got a few questions about that transition. As many of you know, last May we relocated from California to Texas and it has been a massive life change. It has been absolutely wonderful. And to answer the question, are we fully adjusted? We're more adjusted than ever. I think with a life change like this, it takes a really long time. I think you need about a year to get to that point where you know all of like, you know, all the places to go, the things to shop, the things to where to eat, and you know, you're making new friends and you're just reestablishing everything that you left behind. But every single month that passes, we love it more. and it's fabulous. And I will tell you that winter in Texas is wonderful. We got snow this year, which was so fun. Go back and look at my Instagram. There's a highlight on Instagram called Farm Life, and you can see kind of our journey and our path here on our farm in Texas. And it might surprise you. I think a lot of people think we moved to like this brushy, dry area, and it's quite the contrary. It's very green, it's piney, it's really pretty out here. So it might surprise you. What has been the thing that surprised us most about living in Texas? There's been so many things. The sheer humidity in the summer has been crazy. Very hard to get used to. The bugs in the summer, very hard to get used to, because in California we didn't really have bugs. You have mosquitoes, but it was really nothing compared to this. And also how very cold it actually does get in the winter in Texas. It's really cold. So the seasons have been kind of a fun adjustment. One of the hardest things though was just getting a groove. Like, what restaurants are we gonna go to? Where should we grocery shop? Because everything's really different. That's been the hardest adjustment, but we're really getting there. All right, so back to the travel questions. How long does it take us to recover after traveling to get into a normal routine? Oh, it's hard. Don't you guys get exhausted after travel? Is it just me? Or when you come home from a cruise, are you like wiped out? It can take me a week to feel anywhere near my normal energy. Getting back into the normal routine, we try to get right back into it. Same meal time, same bedtime, get back to the gym, get back to exercising, do all of that stuff. But it probably most of the time takes me about a week. Next question, how do we keep fit and healthy while traveling? It is not easy, and if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I will tell you, in the last year, I've really struggled with keeping the weight off. And part of that is because I did have a major life change, right? Like, we made a big move. I had an enormous amount of stress before, during, and after that. And I think that as women, especially, the way we process cortisol in our bodies has a major impact. And I just turned 50 and I'm going through a lot of body changes. Sorry, TMI for some of you. Some of you might feel like, thank you for sharing that. Maybe I'm not alone. And that's kind of why I'm saying it. But to answer your question, how do we try to stay healthy on cruises? Number one, we take the stairs whenever we can. Most of the time we take the stairs and not the elevators. I will make an exception to that when I'm in a fancy dress with fancy shoes. And I'm like, look, I'm not doing it. I actually don't like walking downstairs in my heels, in my pumps, because I feel like I'm gonna fall. It's not the up that bothers me. But keeping your body moving and taking advantage of the fact that the ship is big is really, really important. We actually find it easier to eat healthy on a cruise than we do at home, just because food is available to you and you can choose. At home, it's like, it's a lot easier to stick some nachos in the microwave than it is to make a big, beautiful salad with 50 things on it. On a cruise, you've got vegetables and fruits and lean proteins and all this beautiful food at your ready. So we don't struggle with that as much when we're on a cruise. It is very tempting to like order the fettuccine Alfredo though, right? But for me, the bigger struggle is the liquid calories. I have to watch it, because if I get a drink package and I'm having like 4 or 5 drinks a day, that's a lot of calories. That's 1,000 extra calories a day. What does that do to your weight? So those are the things we have to think about. But that's just a really honest take on how we try to stay fit and healthy while cruising. My husband and son are very athletic. They're runners. They lift weights all the time. So for them, they're like, they're go, go, go. For me, it's a little more of a struggle. But I try really hard to stay very active and get those 10, 12, 20,000 steps a day, and just keep your body moving. Make good choices. Try not to overeat. Stop when you're full. It's hard, but it's worth it in the end, because you don't want to bring home another souvenir, which is tight pants from your cruise, right? Like, we all struggle with it, believe me. I have definitely done that. How do we reduce stress while traveling? I think I haven't mastered that, even though we're like, Cruise Tips TV is all about helping you to reduce stress while traveling. I'm human. I still fall victim to it. Have you guys seen those funny memes like on social media where people are joking about how many times they check for their passport when they're at the airport? This is me. I'm like, if this is my passport and this is my purse, I literally will check it 750 times between the time I walk out the door of my house to get to the airport, on the airplane, and until I'm at the cruise ship. Like, until my passports are like in the safe on the cruise ship, I'm like type A freaked out. But planning is your friend. Packing lists, to-do lists, checking off the list, and having the full confidence that you've got this and that you've packed according to a list and plan, you're gonna be okay. Also, before you travel, do everything you can to reduce your stress level, get your work done, delegate to your coworkers, sleep well, eat well, exercise well the week before your cruise. It makes all the difference in the world. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Q&A. Do you guys think my next cruise is going to happen on Sun Princess? It was just delayed in the shipyard for a little more work at the shipyard, but it has been delivered to Princess, so the first voyage is now February 28th. Am I going in March? What do you guys think? Is it going to happen? Yes, no, yes, no. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for following along. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you're an oldie but goodie fan, did you know that hitting the thumbs up makes a massive impact on our channel? Hit the thumbs up. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.